Bella Gina.
Well, maybe Sonny's learning something about romance after all.
We got trouble.
What's wrong?
Julia's back in town.
Did she get any more information about СиСи?
Oh, yeah, she got it all right. Her little hunting trip paid off big.
Are you sure?
Well, that's what my spies tell me. She got enough to blow old СиСи right out of his drawers.
I can't believe it.
I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without your persistence.
The whole time I knew that these men were victims. But now this proves that СиСи knew about the toxic dangers on those oil rigs. He knew and he didn't do a damn thing about it. My father could still...
I know how difficult this is for you, Scott, and for the other families involved.
No. We're gonna get through it just fine, now that there's a chance for some justice. What happens next?
We set a court date.
I'm sure Capo's lawyers are gonna try and push this for as long as possible.
I don't intend to let that happen. I have a friend at the courthouse who owes me a big favor.
He's got friends, too.
Not this one. Don't worry, you'll be in court soon.
Good. A day in court. That's all any of us are asking for.
I don't care how you do it. You just do it. All I care about is finding the baby.
I'm glad you're back.
All I kept thinking about the whole trip back from Tokyo is the baby and what it's doing to Eden.
I have called the television station and made arrangements to do a public plea to anyone that might have seen anything or knows of anything.
That's a good idea. We'll offer a big reward.
Good. Then I'll make certain all the arrangements are in place. I better call them.
Sophia, don't push me away. Not now. We need each other. No matter what's happened between us, we have to be together for Eden. We have to find that grandchild. That's all that matters.
Well, what is this information that Julia has?
I don't know, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. She set up a meeting with СиСи in a couple of hours.
Where?
At his house. I guess she wants to beard the old lion in his den, as they say.
Julia's just incredible, isn't she? I mean, she's always talking about justice and what's right and what's wrong, but when it gets down to it, she plays down and dirty just like the rest of us.
I haven't told СиСi about the meeting yet.
You just make sure you're there so you can hear what Julia has to tell him. We're holding on to these medical records to blackmail СиСi with, and she may have information that'll make them worthless.
Oh, we'll find some way to use those files against the old man. We're too good a team not to.
I hope you're right. By the way, thanks for the roses. They're a nice touch.
What roses?
These roses, the ones you sent me.
I didn't send any roses. I've been too busy to think about flowers.
You didn't? Well, then who sent them? Dear Gina, sorry for the fiasco at Luigi. I hope the beauty of these roses brings some beauty to your day. Love, Bunny.
Bunny.
Sweet, isn't it?
What's sweet about it? He just wants your body.
That is not true. There's nothing between us, and there never will be.
I don't like the way he's always sniffing around.
I don't like the way you're standing there acting so jealous when you should be over at СиСi's. Now, go on.
I'm gone.
Bunny, thanks for the flowers.
Hi, I finished up all the invoices, drug invoices, if you want to take a look at them.
No, I don't need to right now. That's fine, thanks.
All right.
You like French fashion, huh?
Actually, I like all fashion, but I love everything French.
You ever been to Paris?
No, I haven't. How about you?
Yeah. Beautiful city. It's beautiful.
Oh, I know. Well, I think I know anyway. I think I've seen just about every picture ever taken of Paris, day or night. I dreamed about it so much when I was a kid, I almost feel like I have been there.
Why Paris?
Well, I used to have this dream that I would go and live there one day and become a model. It seemed like such a glamorous life, you know?
Yeah, it's funny. I had the same dream when I was a kid.
Seriously?
Yeah, although I vacillated a little. Sometimes I wanted to be a famous model in Rome.
Rome? Not me. No way. I mean, I went to a Catholic school. Rome is a little too close to the Pope for my taste, thank you.
Yeah, well, my father made sure that my dream didn't last long. It was medicine for me, period.
I never did give up on my dream. It's one of the only things that got me through while I was away.
What brought you back to Santa Barbara?
Oh, well, my family. I was living in Los Angeles and just trying to become a model, working away, and I got this letter from my father saying that he needed me to come home. He had some family trouble, and my family had always been there for me when I needed them, and so I decided I had to be there for them when they needed me. So
It's good. Your priorities are in the right place.
yeah, I guess so.
Look, I have to leave for about an hour. If anybody calls for me, you can tell them I'll be back then, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Celeste. I can still see us on that runway.
You bet. Model in Los Angeles, huh? You sure come up with some good ones, Celeste.
I don't understand how life can be so cruel to some people. Why wasn't there more security at the hospital?
That part is over, CC. It's done. Forget it. What we have to concentrate on now is to be strong and to get her back.
Yes, of course. I'm glad you're back here with me. I need you. I need your strength.
We all need each other right now.
I'm going to call Cruz and tell him that I'm assigning all my security men to him.
Sophia, any news?
No news at all, but your father is home, and he's putting his security force on the case.
Good. I thought you'd be at the hospital with Eden.
Well, I think it's easier for her that we're not all there at one time, so Ted and Kelly are with her right now.
Well, Mason, nothing new from Cruz.
Welcome back, Dad.
Thank you.
You got a minute? I thought maybe we could cover some of what you took care of over there.
Hardly the time, Mason. There's nothing in Tokyo that can't wait.
Well, actually, it's rather important that we discuss certain aspects of your trip.
Really? All right, why don't we do it in the study? Sophia, would you excuse us for a while?
This has nothing to do with Tokyo, does it? This has to do with the oil ring case. The two of you are absolutely incredible. You have reached a low I didn't think you were capable of.
Sophia, please.
Our daughter's baby has just been kidnapped. And you're dropping everything to build a defense for your own negligence, and you have enough nerve to even walk in here to discuss something like this. And you want to leave everything else and deal with it. I just don't understand you anymore. I don't even know who you are.
What are you doing?
Ah, this is wonderful. CC Capwell is finally going to get everything he so rightly deserves after all these years.
This probably doesn't mean anything to you, but these are confidential papers.
Well, your briefcase wasn't locked. You don't think that I would jeopardize your chance to hang CC by his thumbs, do you?
We're not having a party here. I am filing a case against one of the most important men in Santa Barbara.
Don't flatter the man. He deserves everything you're going to see that he gets. And with all this evidence, there's no way you can lose the case.
I'm not talking about winning or losing.
Well, then I don't know what you're going on about.
If I file this case, I will be confronting everything that CC Capwell stands for. Mason will be representing him. If he screws up, CC won't forgive him.
Ah, then it's better than I thought. Do we have any champagne?
Do you think maybe you're being just a little too frivolous about other people's
stop
lives?
being so concerned. We're talking about two men who would step on anyone who dared get in their way. I mean, you have it in black and white. You know the depths to which СиСи would stoop. And as for Mason, the way he's treated you, he should have any agony that befalls him.
What happened between Mason and me has nothing to do with this case.
Okay, fine. Then it's retribution after all the disgusting things Mason has done all these years.
Disgusting or not, he happens to be Samantha's father.
Now, that's a fact I wouldn't think you'd want to be reminded of.
That is a fact that I can't deny.
I don't see what it has to do with this.
Don't you see? If I file this case, there is no turning back. It will sever every tie I have with Mason forever. And that is something that I cannot, nor will not, take lightly.
I'm flattered you come out in the rain to see your brother.
Well, don't be too flattered, my dear. This isn't exactly brother-sister business. This is official business.
I see.
Well, actually, I just need to ask you a couple questions about the wedding.
Okay. My fee.
Sorry, buddy. No fee involved.
I'll have to reconsider.
Michael, you know what? I don't think this whole thing even settled in until I called Daddy and told him.
What did he say? I hope it went well.
Yeah, I actually took it really well.
Yeah?
You know, it was only after that I hung up from talking to him that I kind of went, oh, no, this isn't just a fantasy. Scott and I are actually getting married.
Yeah, and he better treat you well.
Yeah, he's the best. You know that.
I know that. I know he cares about you. I know he loves you. And I know that he's never going to hurt you. And that's what's important to me.
You know, it's kind of neat. On top of how much I love him, I like him.
Well, liking's important. You wouldn't believe the number of brides that come in here and they're just so nervous.
Yeah, well, I'll probably get nervous too in my time, but right now I'm just happy.
Yeah, I can tell.
And I'm surprised. I never would have thought that I'd get this far.
Why? Come on. You and Scott love each other. He loves you.
Yeah, but
It's
Michael,
natural.
come on. I mean, my idea of marriage, my whole life has been what mother and father set up for us, what they lived through, what they destroyed. Not a great example, but it's
Your
all right.
marriage to Scott is not going to be anything like Mom and Dad's marriage.
Yeah, I guess I know that. I must, or I wouldn't be going through this, right? Now, maybe this is a sign. Maybe I've been liberated from my past.
Crystal! What are you doing here?
Shh, it's less now, not so loud.
Yeah? Is she a Carrington, too? I used to change my name all the time, too.
No, my real name is Celeste, Rachel.
Hey, does this mean you're out of the business?
Yes, permanently, for good, no more. And I'm not trying to sound uppity or anything, Rachel, but it would not do me any good to have anybody
don't worry
know
about it,
about
honey.
all right?
Don't worry,
say
I get the
anything.
picture.
Oh, my God. What happened to your eye? Let me see this.
What do you think, huh?
Oh.
Some sweet,
Rachel.
wimpy John decides he needs to smack me across the face to prove he's a man.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's always the wimpy ones, right? With
Yeah.
the good right hooks?
Yep.
Oh, man, I'm gonna need stitches.
I'm
I'm telling you, this working life, it is getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
I hurt my eye.
Well, it looks like you might need stitches. Did somebody do that to you?
Look, Doc, I'd rather not get into how it happened, okay?
Fine. Doesn't look that bad. Why don't you go inside, exam room number 2. I'll be there in a few minutes.
Yeah, thanks.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Well, it's not nothing. What, do you know her or something? What's wrong?
No, I don't know her personally, but I do know her type. I guess I just don't like seeing a woman who's been pushed that far.
Well, it's never a very pretty sight when you see a woman who's been beaten.
No, it's not just that. She's obviously a hooker. I just can't understand how a woman could be degraded that way. I can't see anything more pathetic than a woman who is willing to sell her body to survive.
How come you automatically thought the flowers were from Sonny?
I'm sorry, I just assumed that they were.
You assumed that a baboon would send you flowers? He'd never think of sending you flowers and champagne.
I'm sorry, Bunny. It just didn't occur to me that it they were from you.
Yeah. Well, they are. Sort of a goodbye present.
What? Goodbye?
Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Why?
Because I got this new deal, see? And if it's gonna work out right, I'm gonna need a place that's secure.
So these are goodbye roses?
Right.
Which would make this a goodbye card. Well, let's just read it here. Dear Gina, sorry for the fiasco at Luigi's. I hope the beauty of these roses brings some beauty to your day.
All right,
Love,
so I forgot
Bunny.
the goodbye part, okay?
There was no goodbye part.
There wasn't then, but there is now. Look, Gina, I think it's best for both of us if I leave. I can't stand waiting around here watching you throw your life away on a man like Sonny. You're too good for him, Gina. And everything I have to offer you, you're not looking for.
That's not true, Bunny. I mean, since you've moved in here, you've given me a lot. You've given me the most valuable thing I have. That's your friendship. I value that more than anything Sonny and I have.
You do?
Absolutely. I mean, I've always tried to be open with you and tell you what my feelings are and where I'm trying to go with my life. If there's one thing I've learned since Keith left me, it's that my life is not defined by who I'm sleeping with. You're important to me. Your friendship means a lot to me, and I don't want to lose it. I need you. And I think that maybe some part of you needs me, too. Just a little bit.
I don't know how you always manage to do this.
What?
Wrap me around your little finger.
I've had lots of practice. Come on. I'm going to make you the best tortellini dinner you've had since you left Chicago. What do you say?
You're on.
The fact that Mason is Samantha's father does not change what you have to do. Julia, what has happened to your anger? I thought you were dead set on nailing СиСи for what he did.
I just want to make sure that I'm checking every angle before I go through with this, that's all.
СиСi has to go to jail. That's what's right. Now, those papers are going to put him there. Did you make copies?
No, because I came straight off the plane.
Well, I suggest you hide them then, because you know СиСi and Mason will do anything to protect СиСi's
Do you know
fortune.
what I wish?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Hi, Julia. I'm sorry to just drop in like this.
Lady Macbeth.
Come in, please.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Sophia.
Hello, Augusta.
I know there's something I should be doing. Don't forget what I said.
Have you heard anything about Adriana?
No, we haven't heard anything. Everyone's doing everything they can, but there's absolutely no word.
I'm sorry. Did you come over here because Mason and CC sent you?
No, I didn't, Julia. They don't even know I'm here. And I'm not quite sure why I'm here myself. I'm very confused. I can't get a straight answer from СиСi about all this, and I thought maybe you could give me one.
I'm sorry. The only thing that I can tell you is that it doesn't look good, and I can't tell you any more than that because that would be violating my obligation as district attorney.
Well, all right, I understand that. And there's no way in the world I can justify in my mind what happened to the oil workers. I think it's absolutely appalling, but I have to tell you this, that this case against СиСi is coming at the worst time. He is devastated about Adriana's kidnapping.
I know that, and I'm sorry. I have a professional and a moral responsibility, not just as DA, but to the families of those men that died.
I understand that. It's ironic, isn't it? How much Mason and СиСi has hurt you and me, and they're both so mysterious to understand.
This is terribly difficult for you.
It wouldn't be so difficult if I didn't love him so much.
Sophia, СиСi is guilty. And all the love in the world isn't going to change that. I know from experience.
Maybe I shouldn't have come over here.
I'm really sorry I couldn't help you.
It's all right. I understand. You'll do what you have to do.
Dad promise that he would make it back for your wedding?
Michael, no, Dad didn't promise. He said he would try his hardest.
Try? He's your father. What does he mean by try?
Come on,
Michael. Hi. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. We were just trying to pick out some music for my wedding.
I can just come back later.
No, you know what? I was going to ask Michael where the dressing rooms were. That's okay.
Right.
Great, thanks.
What's wrong?
Did you ever have a day when you just wish you could will your past to disappear, just vanish?
Wait, what happened? Did somebody recognize you at the clinic? Did Scott find out what you used to do?
No, not yet, and I have to make sure that it doesn't happen. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just got to make sure it doesn't happen.
That's not true. Look, people can be very forgiving. We have all made mistakes in our lives that we wish we could forget.
I know, but I'm just not ready to handle anybody knowing yet. I'm just not ready yet.
All right, okay. But you got to come up with a solution.
I know. And my solution lately has been to come here and pour my heart out to you every single time.
Well, that's fine. That's what I'm here for.
You're always here for everyone. That's why you're so wonderful.
All right, fine. Back to your problem.
I only know I've got to make a new life for myself. I have to. And the best way to start by doing that is to get my own place.
Okay.
I just wish I hadn't been so hard on you about that other place and...
Oh, come on. You can still have it if you want.
I thought you gave that place up. What are you talking about?
Well, I did ask the landlord to hold it for 1 week.
Are you kidding? What are you, a mind reader or something?
I just had faith that you would actually come to this decision soon.
Sometimes I think you have more faith in me than I have in myself.
You've got a lot of faith. More than you've ever realized, but you got to jump in and build on it now.
I don't know how I can thank you. You have
come
done
on,
so
come on,
much
come on.
for me. Come on, where? Where are we going?
Don't you want to take another look at that apartment?
Yeah.
Before it starts raining?
I assume you'd like to know why I'm here.
I assume you'll get around to telling me.
I'm here to offer you a job.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of job's that?
Oh, something I think would be right up your alley. Not too much work, good compensation.
So far, so good. So, what do you want me to do?
Oh, a little spying, a little lying, a little backstabbing.
Now, what makes you think that I'd be interested in
Well,
a job like that?
Because I'm going to pay you very well.
Well, who is it you want me to spy on?
Mason Capwell and Gina.
Really? Why's that?
Well, because it's not your concern why. I just want you to follow them everywhere they go. Tell me who they're seeing, where they're meeting them, and any little bit of conversation you can pick up.
Well, that sounds simple enough.
You'll do it?
I didn't say I was interested yet.
Well, maybe I'll just have to raise your level of interest a bit.
Exactly what kind of evidence are you talking about?
I have memos from a former employee at Capwell Enterprises. They clearly state that you were aware of the toxic dangers that were involved on working on those oil rigs back then.
Really? Well, I don't recall receiving any memos from anybody.
You knew about it, and yet you let those oil rigs remain operative.
Julie, you're incredible. You come into my home and spew this garbage when you know the hell I'm going through. My daughter was kidnapped by a maniac and you're harping on some event, some accident that happened years ago.
I have a job to do.
Get out of my house.
I'm not going to back down on this.
I don't care what you're going to do. Do it someplace else. You want to talk to me again, you'll talk to me in the courtroom. Get out of my house.
You're right, we will talk in court.
I'm beginning to think it was the best thing that you didn't marry that woman. How heartless can a person be?
Beginning to wonder that myself.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I find it hard to believe that you knew exactly what sort of dangers those men were facing on that rig and shoved them right back out there just so you could keep making money.
I find it hard to believe you're jumping on her bandwagon now.
She has memos that prove you knew.
Those memos were educated guesses. People were screaming about cancer coming from every place back then. I was devastated about what happened to those workers. I offered compensation to the families. I will not accept an attack from Julia. And I will not accept any disloyalty from you. All I care about is getting my granddaughter back.
Right where we want him, Gina. But we'll have to move fast.
You know, we still need to discuss the price for my services.
Oh, what are you talking about? That was your payment.
No. That was a little bonus I just went.
Oh, I see. Well, I think we'll discuss your payment later. Don't worry, it'll be to your satisfaction.
Yeah, well, I guess I can trust you.
What's important is the job gets done.
Believe me, I'm gonna find out exactly what Mason and Gina are doing, and they'll have no idea that I'm there.
That's essential. But what's more essential is that you start immediately. I want to know everything, TJ. Everything.
Hey. I thought I might find you here.
Yeah, I guess I just kind of lost track of time.
You had such a peaceful look on your face. What were you thinking about?
Thinking about our wedding?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching it.
And how do we look?
We looked like the perfect bride and groom. We were standing at the altar and we just exchanged vows, and then somehow the rhythm of the rain kind of became the rhythm of the ceremony.
I, Scott, do take this woman, Heather, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to have and to hold, from this day forward till death do us part.
I, Heather, take this man, Scott, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to have and to hold till death do us part.
What happens now?
Oh, now I think that we're supposed to say something from the heart.
You've taught me things that I always thought I knew. You taught me what love truly means, Heather. No, I never believed in destiny, really, until I met you. This wedding is going to be the biggest step I've ever taken in my life. And the greatest part of it is that I know it's only the beginning with you. Whenever I think about it, I start to smile. Can't help it. Because I realize that I'm just about to become one of the happiest men on the face of the earth. Your turn.
Oh, I guess I just have one thing. And it's the most important thing. We are going to join our love, our lives, like we join our hands. That union will last forever.
Forever isn't long enough.
What's your opinion this time?
It seems larger, nicer than the last time I looked at it.
Well, maybe it grew.
Maybe.
What?
It's the first time I've ever been into some place that didn't have a bed. I'm gonna have to buy myself a bed.
That doesn't bother you, does it?
No. I mean, if I decide to take it, you can help me shop for some furniture and stuff, so.
Well, actually, I agreed to be part of the search for Cruz and Eden's baby, so I'm not going to have another afternoon this week.
All right, well, it's no big hurry. I mean, we'll get around to it whenever we do it. It doesn't matter.
I just thought maybe you'd want to do it on your own.
I didn't realize I was taking up so much of your time.
No, it's not what I mean. If you take this is going to be your home, and I think that you should put it all together yourself, you know, for yourself.
Got the old psychology going, huh? You don't realize it yet, but you are crazy about me. You're going to miss me so much when I move out. You're just not even going to do.
Well, I do have great admiration for your determination to build a new life.
Can I tell you something?
I never stopped you before.
I'm really scared right now.
You've taken a big step. You're starting over, and I don't have a single doubt that you are going to be able to do it, and that you're capable of doing a lot more. You've got so much strength that you haven't even tapped into yet. You quit, Bobby. You got a new job, and if you take this place, you've got a home. Everything is looking up. You got nothing to be scared of. What?
Is that what you thought I meant? All that stuff? Oh, come on. I mean, how am I ever going to get these drapes to match a couch? That's what I was talking about.
The television cameramen are outside. They're setting up their equipment.
I'm surprised you even came back here.
I came back here for Adriana's sake. No matter what's going on between you and me, I don't want it to have anything to do or get in the way of finding that little girl. But I'll tell you this, it's going to affect everything else.
Oh, come on, Sophia. Isn't it enough I'm going through this horror of the baby's kidnapping? What more do you want from me?
I want you to make amends, and how dare you use this as a personal punishment? This whole family has been devastated by the kidnapping, not just you.
I realize the family's been affected.
What about the families of the oil rig workers? They had a personal tragedy, too, didn't they, СиСи? When those men died of cancer, who's going to compensate them?
Would you stop it?
I'm scared to death. I'm absolutely terrified about what happened to Adriana. But I can't go to the one man in the world I need more than anything right now because he's gone, and I don't know what happened to him.
Mr. and Miss Capwell, are you ready?
Would you give us a few more
Yes,
minutes?
we are. Thank you very much. I want to do it now, because as soon as we can get this over with, that's when I can leave.
Here's to the woman who taught me a new meaning of friendship.
Oh, what's that?
Even though you don't know quite what you're feeling, hey, have a good time anyway.
Well, thanks, I think.
I owe you an apology. I didn't mean to be so melodramatic earlier.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. It's nothing compared to some of the stunts I pulled.
I don't know what I did it for. Something about you, Gina. I don't know, I just get carried away.
Oh, it's very clever of you. But you do agree with me, don't you?
About what?
Well, that our friendship is more important than any attempt at romance.
No way, sweetheart. One day soon, you're going to wake up and you're going to realize that I'm the only man.
Look, Bunny.
But until that day comes, I'm more than happy to be your pal.
Okay.
Gina, we need you. I got to remember to keep that door locked.
Hi, Sonny. Want some calamari?
That a fancy name for spaghetti?
No, it's squid.
I never eat anything with more than 4 legs or less than 2. Gina, we got to talk.
Oh, geez, I suppose that means I got to leave.
Well, you suppose right, this is kind of private.
Huh. What else is new?
Bunny, I'm really sorry.
No problem. No problem. I get another bottle of wine anyway. Listen to me. I'm never, ever giving up on you.
What the hell was that all about?
Nothing.
Well, it didn't look like nothing to me. I mean, here you are with wine and fancy dinner. Seems like every time I turn around, you and Al Capone are whining and dining each other.
I told you there's nothing for you to be jealous of. And what was so important that you had to run Bunny out of the room?
Well, Julia says she's got hold of some memos that are going to hang CC out to dry.
Do you believe her?
Oh, yeah, I believe her. I can tell by the look in her eye. She's got the ammo, all right. Twice the ammo we got. And we got to get our hands on those memos or we're sunk.
Then we need a plan.
Well, don't worry yourself, darling. I already got one.
Excuse me, miss. Could I get you anything? Hi. Mind if I join you?
Not at all. Please sit down.
Is everything okay?
No.
Well, is this something I can help you with?
Unfortunately, no one can help me with it. I'm filing this case that's going to affect a lot of people, including myself. And before I went about it, and I used my legal instincts and my anger, and now that I've distanced myself from it, I fear the ramifications.
You mean the case against СиСи?
I could destroy his credibility and ruin any chance that he has of a reconciliation with Sophia. His relationship with Mason will suffer, Eden will get hurt, and Mason will be cut out of my life and my daughter's life forever.
Well, I think that Mason being out of your life is the best thing for you. I've told you that before. But as far as hurting Eden, Sophia...
They're my friends. At least they were.
I know that, but this is your job, too.
That's the easy answer.
Do you have any doubts about СиСi's guilt?
No. Not a one. And it is my job to bring guilty people to justice. I took that oath. My entire career has been dedicated to the law, to the rules, to the system, to see that the system works, and the system is telling me to prosecute СиСi.
Well, then it sounds to me like you just made up your mind, counselor.
Choice. СиСi has to pay for this, and I'm the one who has to make sure that he does.
Our family is looking for anyone who can help us. If you saw anything at all, that might lead to any information about the kidnapping of Adriana Castillo, please call the number that's on your screen or the Santa Barbara police immediately.
We are offering a $1 million reward for any information leading to the safe return of our granddaughter. Please help us. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you, Bull.
Oh, dear God, this has to work.
Oh, please. Don't leave. Together we have a chance. Separated, we're both lost.
What do you have in mind, Doctor?
Do you have any idea how sexy you look with your hair wet? The wet clothes aren't a bad touch either.
Yeah, they're a little cold, though.
Well, then I think that you should take them off. I wouldn't want you to get sick.
You know that your clothing is just as wet as mine is.
You know, as a precautionary measure, I think that we should each take a long, hot shower.
You know, and as a conservative measure, I think we ought to take a long, hot shower.
Good idea. Ecologically sound. And the longer and hotter, the better. Last one in the shower buys dinner.
I think we should maybe forget dinner. You know, I mean, this may take a while. Even take all night. doesn't have a choice. It makes it easier, and it doesn't.
It's definitely not going to be easy.
My head feels like it's going to explode. I should get home.
Why don't you stay? It's still pouring outside, at least till it lets out.
Just tell me one thing. Why is it that everything I do, everything I decide to do makes me feel like I'm all alone?
You're not alone.
I really should go. The rain looks like it's going to stop. Thank you for listening to me.
I know it's hard, trying to hide this secret life that we share. Baby, don't cry.
Tonight, the ozone layer. Is this vital part of the atmosphere disappearing faster than scientists thought? We'll visit the North Pole to measure it. I'm Tom Brokaw. Join me on NBC Nightly News.